Have you ever wondered why some men seem to have natural magnetism with women, while others, even being successful in other areas of life, can't attract anyone? At the end of this video, you will have 6 practical tools that few men know, with communication techniques that go beyond words and play directly to women's weakness. If you apply what I will share, you will not only earn more women, but your trust in all areas of life will be elevated to another level. Prepare for a journey of self-knowledge and transformation that can forever change your way as you are perceived by the people around you. Before we start, check it out if you are already subscribed to the channel. This will help us bring more content to the channel. Continuing, some words have the power to hammer into a woman's head for days. Communication goes far beyond just talking. It can arouse emotions, create deep connections, and open doors you never imagined. When we talk about talking to women, we are in a territory where small adjustments in your chat can turn the game completely. Have you noticed how some conversations flow naturally while others get stuck, even when you are being yourself? The answer is not what you say, but how you say. Stoicism teaches something crucial here. It is not the situations that determine our results, but as we react to them. It's not just what you say to a woman, it's the way you say it makes all the difference. Think, when was the last time your words really impacted someone? It is this sense of real connection that we will explore today. The 6 phrases that I will show you are not sung, beaten, or manipulative tricks. They're input doors for real connections, based on male self, confidence, and understanding of the female mind. Before revealing these killer phrases, we need to understand what really connects a woman. Have you ever noticed how guys who are not the most beautiful or rich can get amazing women? What do they have that others did not realize? The answer lies in the presence they convey, a mixture of self-confidence, purpose, and accurate communication. Do you believe you can develop this? I'm sure yes, and the first step is to understand how your words can be your biggest weapon in this process. Let's go to what matters, the phrases that arouse female desire. The first of them activates one of the most powerful triggers, curiosity. When you tell a woman, "There's something in you that intrigues me, but I still can't define exactly what it is," you create a mental loop that makes you think of you even when you're not around. She will wonder, what did he see in me? What intrigued him? This phrase works because it is not a basic compliment on appearance, but a recognition of something deeper and more mysterious. Have you tested something like this and saw the reaction? If not yet, try it. Tell me in the comments if you have already used this and what happened. The second sentence touches another fundamental point of female psychology, the challenge. When you send a, "You seem interesting, but I confess that I'm still trying to find out if we really have chemistry," you reverse the traditional game where the man runs after and the woman decides. This inversion is extremely powerful because it puts you in the position of selector, not selected. This arouses in it the desire to prove it is worth it. How many times have you seen yourself in the position of trying to prove your value to a woman? How did you feel? Stoicism teaches that our inner peace should not depend on the approval of others. When you internalize it, your communication changes radically. The third phrase activates the desire for deeper emotional connection. When you say, "Do you know what I value the most in a woman?" The ability to be vulnerable without losing your strength. You show that you are interested in something beyond the body. This phrase communicates that you are a guy who seeks depth, something rare and extremely attractive for women who want something besides boring chat. Have you ever thought about what you really value in a woman besides appearance? This clarity about their own values is crucial not only to attract women, but to attract the right women. The fourth sentence is especially powerful to get out of friend zone and arouse a new look at you. When you let out a, "You know that sometimes I find myself thinking of you in a way that friends probably shouldn't," you create subtle sexual tension without being rude. This phrase plants a seed in her head that can become something much more intense. Have you ever been in a situation where you realized too late that you should have expressed your intentions? How did you deal with it? The truth is that many guys lose opportunities simply because they do not know how to communicate what they want at the right time. The fifth sentence touches on a fundamental aspect of male development, the ability to lead naturally. When you say, I have an idea for both of us that I think you will like. It's available on Thursday night. You demonstrate initiative and leadership without being a controller. Note that we are not asking, "Do you want to go out with me?" but stating that it has a plan and checking its availability. This small change in the structure of the phrase conveys confidence and direction. Have you noticed how small changes in your speech can completely transform others' impression on you? This lesson is not only valid for relationships, but also for business and filling your bank account. Now we have reached the sixth and most powerful phrase, the one I have seen completely transform interactions and create instant connections. When you look into a woman's eyes and say, "I admire your perspective, but I disagree for this reason," you show something rare and extremely attractive, the ability to validate her opinion even when she disagrees. This combination of respect with firm positioning is a watershed. Can you imagine what your life would be like if you could disagree without creating unnecessary conflicts? This ability not only improves your game with women, but all your social and professional interactions. Have you noticed why some discussions with women solve fights while others approach you, even if there is disagreement? The difference is exactly how you put your point of view. When you validate her perspective before presenting yours, you create an environment of respect where different ideas may exist together. This is a direct lesson of Stoicism. We can disagree without disrespecting. We can have strong convictions without imposing them. Let's go beyond the phrases and understand the principles behind them. The first principle is to be authentic. None of these phrases will work if it sounds false. They need to come from a genuine place. Have you tried to use communication techniques that didn't beat who you are? How it was? True masculinity is not in manipulative techniques, but in being so comfortable with oneself that its presence naturally arouses interest. The second principle is to pay for real attention. These phrases work because they show that you are really present and watching who she is, not only projecting your desires. When was the last time you were completely present in a conversation without thinking about what you would say later? This quality of presence is magnetic and unfortunately rare today. The third principle is the balance between showing vulnerability and maintaining strength. Note how none of these phrases puts you in a position of need. They communicate interest without emotional dependence. Can you identify areas of your life where you show excessive need for approval? How has this affected your relationships and your pocket? Genuine male development is to find this balance between opening emotionally and keeping your spine intact. Many guys ask me, what if I say these things and still take it out? This question reveals a lot about how we face relationships. Rejection is part of life, and as Stoicism teaches, is not under our control. What is under our control is how we communicate and how we respond to situations. When you develop powerful and authentic communication, rejections decrease dramatically, but more important, when they happen, they do not shake your confidence because you know that your value does not depend on anyone's approval. Have you ever wondered what your life would be like if you could communicate with clarity, confidence, and authenticity in all areas? How would this impact not only your love life, but also your friendships, your career, and your money? The truth is that the way we communicate directly affects our ability to create prosperity. Men who dominate the art of effective communication naturally progress faster in their careers, close better business, and build more powerful networks of contacts. Let me ask you a question that I want you to answer in the comments. Which of these 6 sentences do you think would have the most impact on your specific case and why? Your answer will help me better understand how I can keep bringing content that really makes a difference in your life. Now, let's talk about how to apply this in practice. It's no use knowing these phrases if you don't know when and how to use them. The context is fundamental. The first and second sentences work better at the beginning when you are meeting someone new. The third and fourth are better when there is already a connection and you want to deepen it. Thursday and Friday are powerful at any time, but especially when you have already created a bond. Can you identify opportunities in your daily life to implement these techniques? How could you adapt them to your style? A crucial aspect that many men ignore is coherence between what they say and body language. You can speak the right words, But if your tone of voice, your posture, and your gaze communicate insecurity, the effect goes downhill. Stoic philosophy teaches us about the importance of integration between thoughts, words, and actions. How would you evaluate your nonverbal communication today? Are you aligned with the message you want to pass? Another crucial point is to understand that these phrases are not magical formulas, but tools that work because they touch fundamental aspects of female psychology. Curiosity, challenge, emotional connection, sexual tension, appreciation of male leadership, and respect for her intelligence. When you understand these principles, you can create your own phrases adapted to your personality and specific situations. Have you created your own approaches based on similar principles? How do they work? Many men who implement these techniques report not only improvement with women, but also greater confidence in all aspects of life. One of my students, an executive of a multinational, told me that after incorporating these principles in personal life, he realized that his professional presentations were much more impactful and persuasive. Another reported that their negotiation capacity has improved significantly, resulting in real financial gains. Can you imagine how these skills could impact your own career and pocket? True prosperity comes when we align who we are with how we express ourselves. When your communication reflects your authentic male essence, you not only attract women, you attract opportunities in all areas of life. How many guys do you know that they are extremely competent technically, but they're behind their careers because they cannot effectively communicate their value? How would your life be different if you could express your value clearly and impactful? We're coming to the end, but first I want to leave one last question. What kind of man do you want to be? One that leaves your happiness and success in the hands of chance, or one that dominates the tools to create the connections and opportunities you want? The choice is yours, and it starts with how you choose to communicate with the world. If this content has made sense to you, leave in the comments which of these sentences you will test first and in which situation. Your experience can inspire other guys you are watching. Remember, true masculinity is not in manipulative techniques, but in developing an authentic presence and powerful communication that naturally arouses interest and respect. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to wake up every day knowing exactly what to say and how to say to create the connections you want? This reality is closer than you think. Start by applying these techniques today and observe the changes. The journey of male development is continuous, and effective communication is just one of the many aspects we can improve. What do you think would be the next step in your development after mastering these communication techniques? Leave your opinion in the comments, and we will build this community of men together in constant evolving. Your ability to effectively communicate not only determines the quality of your love relationships, but also your financial, professional, and personal success. The words you choose have power. Use them intelligently and see your life transform. And remember, the best communication technique is one that comes from a place of authenticity, strength, and clear purpose. This is the true essence of masculinity that no woman can resist.